Everything I need for a brand photo shoot fits in this backpack. I wouldn't call myself a minimalist photographer, but I do carry minimal gear. This is just a regular backpack from Amazon. I don't like to walk around with obvious camera bags that scream, I'm carrying thousands of dollars of gear with me, so that's why I have this. Inside, I have the Peak Camera Design Cube, which looks like this. It does fit into this backpack, and I like this because it gives me the flexibility to change outer backpacks if I want to. The only other stuff that I carry inside of the backpack that's not in the Peak Design Cube is my laptop, which the backpack comes with a sleeve. I have a grade card, just in case, you never know. I also keep my keys, wallet, and accessories inside of this outer pocket, and of course, a water bottle, because hydration. The latest addition is actually the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It doesn't quite fit in the cube, but I use this to capture behind the scenes while I'm on photo shoots. Inside of the cube is all of my essential gear. I have 2 camera bodies, 4 lenses, and all of the other accessories, and we'll go through them one by one. We'll start with accessories. Of course, I have SD cards. I have 2 different cases because this one is just the typical one that holds all of my cards. And this one is a little bit bigger because for my Nikon, I have to carry CF cards. This kind of bothers me. I wish I only had to buy SD cards, but that's the reason why. The CF cards fit into this, but they don't fit into the other one. Next up, I have my adapter for my MacBook. I have my little tech cleaning kit. It's just got basic tech accessories. There is a phone stand. My favorite is a tiny little brush, which I use in case I am photographing stuff like jewelry or stuff that needs very fine adjustments. This brush is perfect for adjusting that. All of that fits into this pocket here. Here's an overhead shot of how everything fits into the cube. I love it because it has the Velcro dividers, which lets you adjust it based on the gear that you carry. Next, I have my batteries, which fit into the Velcro pocket that comes with the Peak Design Cube. And of course, a random assortment of microfiber cloths, and my favorite, the puffy. I don't know what this is called, but this is primarily what I use to clean my lenses. The camera strap that I use is the Black Rapid. It's designed to let you go hands-free. This is the right-hand version. I also own the left-hand version, which attaches to this. So if I'm shooting an event and I need to carry 2 bodies, I can do double straps. Because I also shoot video, I always have a lav mic on hand. This is the Tascam DR10L. This is my backup mic. I have another primary microphone that I'll show you later in this video. Moving into the actual camera, my primary camera is a Nikon Z6 Mark II. I actually don't own any Z lenses, so this is the adapter that adapts F mounts to the Z mount. I shoot 99% of my client work on this camera. Getting into lenses, I carry 3 with me. They're all prime lenses. This is the Nifty 50. It's the F-mount 50mm 1.4 lens. I shoot probably 80% of all of my client work on this one lens. The next most used lens is my Sigma 35mm 1.4. And finally, the Nikon F-mount 85 1.8. I have a whole other video explaining why I only use these 3 lenses if you want to watch that next. My secondary camera body that I use is the one I'm using to film right now. It is the Sony a7 IV. It does also fit inside of the Peak Design Cube, along with my primary lens for it, the Tamron 28-75. I typically only use this camera for shooting video. I thought it was going to bother me more to have 2 different camera systems, both Sony and Nikon, but it really doesn't bother me that much. The editing is pretty much the same, and it's not really going to affect my business and whether or not I get more clients if I switch all the way to Sony or if I was all in Nikon, so I'm just not gonna do it. Like I said, all of the essentials that I need for a brand photo shoot fit into this cube. If I only had this cube on a photo shoot, I could make do. But of course, there's other accessories like lighting, reflectors, all of that good stuff that I will typically keep in my car, and I only pull it out if I absolutely need it. I keep all of my very helpful but not necessarily essential gear inside of this very amazing bag. This is the Hulkin. I am not sponsored by anything in this video, but listen, I love this bag. I mentioned that I don't really like to carry around bags that scream, I'm a photographer, because it just makes me nervous, and this bag is perfect. It folds down flat when I'm not using it. It has these wheels, which look small, but are incredibly strong. I've dragged it through sand, through dirt, gravel, all kinds of stuff. And when you unfold it, this is what it looks like. It's huge. This is the medium size. The newer design actually has a built-in cover, but mine is open because I bought it ages ago, and it's still holding up. I've had this for years, same with my other backpack. I've been carrying both around for years, and it has not failed me yet. So inside my bag of very helpful but not necessarily essential things are, of course, reflectors. This is the standard newer brand. It is the 24-inch diameter, which is the perfect size because if I need to, I can hold it by myself and also shoot at the same time. Obviously, it's better when I have an assistant or someone else holding it for me, but I can make do if I need to. Next are additional batteries plus all of my battery chargers. I usually charge all of my batteries before I go out to a session, but I keep the chargers on me just in case. It's just in this clutch that I got from Studio DIY. I don't know if they sell them anymore, but it's cute. Next, I have my just in case kit, which looks like this. And inside, I have pens, specifically for brand photo shoots. You never know when you're gonna need a pen of whatever color for a prop. I keep a tiny lint roller. Also, if I'm feeling fun and creative, I have a little cellophane bag so you can put it over your lens and get some cool effects. I don't use this very often, but if I have a particularly creative client or someone that's looking for something specific, it's nice to have. I have safety pins and fashion tape, which has come in handy more times than I can count. Because I shoot video, I also have a gimbal. I use the DJI RS3 Mini. It's perfect for me because I have a small camera and I don't feel like I'm doing an arm workout every time I use it. I do want to make it clear though, you do not need a gimbal to start shooting video. I shot handheld for a year before I purchased a gimbal. I am positive other people are going to say differently. I am of the opinion that you do not need to upgrade gear until it's absolutely essential. The reason why I bought this gimbal was because I was booked for a video-only gig for a large athletic wear company. When I sent them the proposal, I built the cost of the gimbal into that proposal. I also built the cost of my Sony into that proposal. I promise, as a photography business owner, your money will go a lot further if you are investing in the business side of things before investing in gear. Odds are you probably already have a camera that does exactly what you need it to. Upgrading from a 1.8 lens to a 1.4 lens is not necessarily going to give you the return on investment when it comes to booking clients. They don't know what lens you're using. They don't care. I feel like I can't make this video without saying that. If I had to make the decision, I will always invest in my business, in my education, in my client process before upgrading gear. Only when I reach a technical limitation is when I will look at investing in gear. And even then, I have to ask myself, okay, is it a technical limitation because someone else is telling me that, oh, I have to buy this? Or is it really going to stop me from booking this specific gig? Not having a gimbal was going to stop me from succeeding at this proposal that I sent to this athletic wear brand, so that's when I bought it. Okay, moving on. The last big thing that I carry with me are my constant lights that I'm using right now to film this video. So let me show you what that looks like. This is my main key light. It is the Amaran 100XS. Typically, if I can get away with just using one light, I will, because it simplifies the whole photo shoot process and I'm not fiddling around with like these over here that I'll show you in a minute. The diffuser attachment that I use is a lantern softbox. I think it's 60 centimeters. All the specifics are in the description. And what I love about this is it has a strength adjustment as well as a temperature adjustment too. If I can, I will only use this one light. I used to also use an umbrella diffuser. It works fine, but I like this because it helps bounce the light around more. Or sometimes I'll go even more simple and not even use a diffuser and just bounce the light off of white walls. Next up, for my fill lights, I have these LED panels. Same thing, it has a strength adjustment as well as a temperature adjustment. And I will only pull these out if my first key light does not provide enough lighting for the current situation. The reason why I have constant lights is because I also shoot video, so I don't want to carry around strobes and constant lights when I could just use one to get the job done. Plus, constant lights I find to be a lot easier to set up because you can see the light changing in real time and you're not fiddling around with different flash settings. I have two of these. There's one here and another one there. And again, as you can see, I'm always bouncing it off white walls. Here's my Sony, and then the primary microphone that I use is my Rode NTG video mic. And finally, I also carry these Beats headphones for monitoring my audio. And yes, everything does fit inside of this Hulkin. It's amazing. The best part is I can also put my totally full backpack inside of this bag and roll it around so that I'm not putting too much weight on my back. The tripod that I use for video is the Manfrotto Element. It folds down super small, so it's really easy to fit in with everything. An honorable mention, my pop-up changing tent. This is a huge hit with my clients, especially when we're on location, because you never know when there's going to be a bathroom or an appropriate place to change, and changing in your car is very uncomfortable. I keep this in my trunk, I bring it with me if I need it. My clients think it's the funniest thing, but they are very thankful that I pull it out so they don't have to be subjected to changing in their car. If you want the links to anything that I use, they're all in the description. If you want to know why I only carry around 4 lenses, watch this next video.